Hello. Alright, so this is going to be a quick tutorial about two-point perspective. I'm not going to get into archways and stairs and cylinders and stuff like this, sidewalks, but you can look at this to kind of give yourself an idea of how to start for those of you of my students who are looking at trying to do these other things in your buildings. So this is just a quick preview, and then I'm going to start drawing. I have here differences between 1 and 2 point perspective, things to remember. 2 point perspective, a corner faces you, vertical lines stay vertical, and any horizontal lines, except for your horizon line, anything that would lay flat against the ground or flat with the ground, goes to a vanishing point. So we'll start with, here's our order of the drawing, a corner. I always assume in 2 point perspective, I see a corner. So there's my corner, one edge. Vanishing lines is step 2, connecting to the vanishing point. So I'm going to go like so. I use this, and I like to use my vanishing point kind of like a pivot, so I know that I'm staying on that vanishing point. And then I'm going to go connect to the other side. It's 2 point perspective, so I got to connect to 2 vanishing points, like so. Step 3, draw the back edges of the box that are parallel to the front. So I can do 2 things to make sure they're vertical. I want to line my ruler up with the edge of my paper, and then I kind of slide it over. Both of those are good guides to make sure that I keep my vertical lines vertical, or my boxes look kind of tilty and confusing. Now, it's above the horizon line, which equals my eye line also. It's where the land meets the sky, and my eye line. So I know I have to draw the bottom, because if something's above me, I draw the bottom. So I know I'm going to connect the vanishing points on the bottom to the other side. I can also just do a check to be sure. I can say, all right, is this one connected to this side? Yes. Is this corner connected to here? I don't, because remember, I don't go through the box unless it's a transparent box. So that one I don't do. This one would go through. Nope, that one's already connected. Yep. This one is already connected. Does it go through my box I've already drawn? No. So here I have, let's say here's my little light source. Here's the sun. Hello, little sun. Good morning. So I'm going to shade a little bit here just to see the sides of the box. 1, 2, 3 sides. And then, of course, my bottom would be a little darker because it's away from the sun. Now, if I was doing a building or something that goes across the horizon line, meaning it sits on the land and the top is above my eye level, like so, I again start with the vertical. I need to go, oh, that is not a good line. I will redraw that. And once I get used to drawing these lines, I don't actually have to draw all the way to the vanishing point, because I'm going to end up erasing those if it's my final drawing. So I kind of just make sure I'm lined up correctly and then line those. So first thing, corner vertical, vanishing lines, draw the back edges, make sure it's vertical, slide it over. Maybe this building goes away the back in space. It's a big building. And there's that. So light source is here. We'll say this side's a little brighter. This is going to be a little bit shaded so I can see the 2 sides of my building. Now, if I wanted to do a window here, for example, I'm going to start with that edge. It's going to go to my horizon line. I'm sorry, not horizon line, vanishing point. Vanishing point on the horizon line. I draw this. There we go. Now I have my little window. Voila. What if I want to do a box underneath here? I'm going to do a little box, just a little one, as if I'm making perhaps a sidewalk. Connect to my vanishing point. Connect to this vanishing point. Oh, I didn't do the other one. What's wrong with me? I need both. I'm going to go like this. This is more like a big step than a sidewalk. Like so. I'm going to do the back boxes. Start, make sure it's vertical. Slide it over. Now, if this was like a big curve, kind of sidewalky, this could be, I would need bigger spaces, and then they're going to get smaller and smaller, closer together as they get further away from me. Like so. I don't know why my voice went up. And then I could do the same thing over here. I'm just going to make it, essentially I'm making like a long flat box. So I'll do this. This sidewalk's just going to go from here to here. So really, if I were to connect this, I've made a little box. So the little box is underneath, so I see the top. My sunlight comes down and that is light. I have a little bit of shadow here, more shadow over here. so I can see the sides. And I'm not going to shade all of these because remember, I'm making it into a sidewalk. Now this top edge is the top edge of my sidewalk, so that horizontal actually has to go back to the vanishing point, right? So I don't have to draw all the way, pivot with the vanishing point. I just need to draw where it's on my sidewalk, and always check to make sure that it's connecting to that vanishing point, because it's really easy to move both sides there. And then if I were to keep going, you see how the sidewalk goes back that way. And I have some boxes. There we go. Yeah, boxes. Quick refresher for you all. Thank you. Not sure my voice went up again. Okay.